Good afternoon, infidels and stupid religious people. Welcome to this video. Right, this is going to be an interesting one. Okay, do you like my... see if you can get it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about a Darth Dawkins script, or the actual beginning of this script. So for the next couple of weeks, once a week, because I do work for a living, okay, not like others that stay fucking all the time in their PC, I'm going to debunk this idiot and all his minions, right? And the first of his line of questioning is this one, watch. So he says to them, there is no God because. So I'm going to use Modus Tollens, right, to actually debunk the guy. Yeah, and any of them idiots that ask you that, okay, because that is the actual beginning. Okay, so with that in mind, let's get ready to debunk this retard. Right, so this is the... Do you like the bottom picture? Funny, right? Right, so there are no gods because, and then you say, okay, based on Modus Tollens, I'm going to use the argument if P then Q, not Q, therefore not P, right? Or denying the consequence, basically, okay? So let's work it out. I'm going to insert the problem of evil, which is actual in our current natural world. Right, so let's do the first P, right? This one, so, which is this one. If any omnigod that actually cares about the well-being of sentient life in planet Earth exists, then Q, which is this one, right? If it exists or they exist, they will be able to eradicate the problem of evil, because otherwise they're not omniscient. Right? Or if they are, then they are not good. Basically like a celestial dictatorship, right? So they should be able to eradicate it. Then we go to therefore, no, then it's not Q. Not Q, we can see that the problem of evil still exists and always existed, right? It has, this is actually fact, right? This is the only thing we can say with certain that is the case. Right, so then it comes this one, therefore not P, then God don't exist by the influence of not Q, right? So this is for Darthie Poo, aka Gary Mill, which is this asshole here, right? This is the real, not fucking fake Darth Dawkins and anything like that, right? So like the good friend Sydney Winston, he says very correctly, prove me wrong. So here you would say to the interlocutor, in this case would be Darthie Poo, right? I have explained Modus Tollens, right? And it's logical in its form, right? And if he doesn't accept it and he start going into a tangent, just ask you, prove me wrong. Don't let that idiot, don't let this idiot let you railroad you through a fucking rabbit hole. Yeah, just ask you, prove me wrong. I've laid my case, right? I've answered your first question. There are no gods because Modus Tollens. Prove me wrong. If it doesn't cover you end, because then you can say to him, okay, I have defeated you because you could not answer me, you could not prove me wrong. And that's it. That's it. Now, I would consider next week if he says the problem of evil is because of God's will, right? And I will explain that on a later video why that is bullshit. Anyway, but still, he's not doing it because he is able, right? So he's unable to do it, right? That's why it's a defeater for the God concept, right? And with that, that was a quick one. I just wanted to throw that one out, just to poke into that retard Darth Dawkins, aka Darthie Poo, aka Gary F. Mill, right? And all of you have a nice day, yeah? Bye.